Item B is a receive report by the city treasurer and adopt a resolution approving the City of San Bruno investment policy.
Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council, my presentation this evening will consist of three parts. First, I will discuss the holdings at year-end of the city's investments. Secondly, I will address the latest with respect to the Lehman Brothers issue and the San Mateo County investment pool. And lastly, I will discuss the investment policy itself and two minor changes in language. First, during the fourth quarter 2009, the city continued to actively reposition its investment portfolio in accordance with the revisions to the city investment policy statement adopted during the November 17, 2008 meeting. Briefly, these revisions call for the investment portfolio to be equally weighted in three investment options: the local agency investment fund, the San Mateo County investment pool, and individual securities limited to direct obligations of the federal government. As of December 31st, 2009, the city held the following: $8 million in direct obligations of the U.S. government. These securities were held in trust at Union Bank of California. The city's account at the local agency investment fund, administered by the state treasurer, had a balance of $8.5 million. And at year end, the city had on deposit with the county pool approximately $18.5 million. The large increase in the city's county pool account is the result of property taxes being deposited toward month end. Further diversification and additions to the city's portfolio are currently being evaluated, and it is anticipated these purchases will be made by month end. Next, with respect to Lehman Brothers and the ongoing litigation. Congresswoman Spear and Eshoo have met with Treasury Secretary Geithner in October. In attendance was House Financial Services Committee Chairman Barney Frank and several House members from California, Colorado, and Florida. The intent of this meeting, as previously stated, was to discuss the authority that the Treasury Department may have or not have with respect to allocation and reimbursement of funds to local agencies. Secretary Geithner's position is that the already passed TARP legislation does not provide the Treasury Department the authority to reimburse local governments and agencies for any investment losses. As a result, specific legislation attached to the current jobs bill being debated has been introduced that will provide this authority. It is anticipated that this bill will be passed sometime during the first quarter of 2010. That's in process right now. I cannot say at this point exactly when that would happen, but the anticipation and the belief is sometime in the first quarter 2010. As further events warrant, I will certainly keep the council updated. Now lastly, with respect to the investment policy itself, based on questions from council members, language in two sections were reviewed. As a result, two changes are proposed that are meant to clarify the intent of these two particular sections within the policy. The first is under the heading of Delegation of Authority on the bottom of page 1. The proposed change reads as follows. I'd like to note this is meant to replace the second paragraph under that particular section. I'll read it as follows. In the absence of the city treasurer, the finance director shall assume the duties of the city treasurer. No person may engage in an investment transaction except as provided for in the provisions of the investment policy. Please note that this procedure is in fact what has been done in the recent past. This language is meant to clarify the intent of this particular section. Secondly, the second change under the section heading Internal Controls, which is located on page 4 of the investment policy. Again, this language is meant to clarify the intent of this particular section and to formalize what is in fact already being done. The change reads as follows. This is to replace the only single paragraph under that section. There shall be an annual process of external review of deposits and investments by the city's independent auditor. The independent auditor shall review internal controls and compliance with policies and procedures and assess the various risks associated with the investment portfolio. Please note the city's annual audit includes a review of the investment policy and the investments to ensure compliance with the city's adopted policies and procedures. Again, both changes are meant to clarify the intent of each section and also to formalize what is already currently being done. Now, with respect to the adoption of these changes, the Treasurer's Office can immediately adopt these changes, should they be approved, or, in the alternative, return to the next meeting so the council can review them in its entirety. At this point, I'll take any questions.
Any questions of the city treasurer? No? Any action?
Through the chair, I'm comfortable and appreciate the treasurer taking the commentary from myself and others in regards to these items. I believe it's straightforward. I think it just can be added into the resolution. I don't believe it needs to come back. I'm comfortable with introducing the resolution with the changes that were just introduced by the city treasurer.
Vice Mayor Medina.
Aye.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Councilmember O'Connell.
Aye.
Mayor Ruane.
Aye.
Sorry.
Thank you, John.